Hi everyone, long time no see. Yeah. Sorry I didn't make videos for 2 weeks because I was busy. Yeah, I can be a devil. So what happened is, yeah, I think it's cute. Anyway, what happened is, yeah, I was just busy with things that I have to do. Plus, I guess one of the things that made me busy was I was studying Japanese in a Japanese school, but I didn't learn that much. Maybe it's just a different learning style. And I got my certificate. I don't have to show you. So, yeah, anyway, I'm happy about that. Finally, it's done. I was able to take my exams as well, except my mathematics. Well, it takes time for me to face my fear. But thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for the new subscribers. Thank you for checking it out. And for those who have sent me like personal emails and then they wanted like personal answers for your questions, I will be answering them later because I just have to make some videos. Okay. Well, right now I'm gonna discuss some of the other topics. I guess if I won't check it sooner, probably I'll have more questions and then it would take more time for me to answer them. So I'm gonna start. First come, first serve. First in, first out. So there was a question here. They asked me about my comparison between Philippines and Japan. How can I compare my life or like versus? Okay, my personal life. This doesn't apply to all the Filipinas right there. Uh, I'm gonna start with the food. It's my favorite topic. I guess the food in the Philippines and Japan. Japan has cheaper, yeah, it's cheaper with meat. But when it comes to veggies, it's quite expensive. But lettuce is very cheap here, and cabbage like that. You know those green leafy vegetables. But vegetables like eggplants like that. Chili, I only get them like dried, not raw. Garlic is also expensive and onions, it depends on the season, but usually it's quite expensive. For my personal and fruits are expensive, like 6 pieces of strawberries, you have to pay like 600 yen. That is about $6. Only 6 pieces, but in the Philippines, you can actually get 1 kilo if you're in Baguio. So those are just my personal things. So when it comes to food, and then I guess the changes that happened to me when it comes to food, uh, I cannot say I ate less because I gained the weight, but I just can say that mm, my food choices became limited, and they are less oily. Unlike in the Philippines, I really like fried chicken, fast foods. I guess in first world countries, because they have too much, like pre-made things, like fast foods like that. People tend to look for healthier options, but they become more expensive. So, like the organic things, I guess I became more concerned with, the food that I eat. And I ate a lot. And here, personally in the Philippines, I don't really like fish except for certain dishes like relleno, the stuffed fish, and then I only like them fried like that. But here, I got used to sushi. And it's actually good. And yeah, I miss roasted chicken. Just those things. More or less, I guess, yeah, just a comparison of price and then I ate more veggies here. Maybe veggies is not for me because I gained weight, but yeah, that's what happened. And when it comes to street foods in Japan are actually clean. And please, when you guys say whale, it's really seldom to have whale here in Tokyo. I've never seen a shop with whale, so don't ask me about that. Next one, salary, economic living expenses, and quality of life. Okay, when it comes to salary, you can see that. It's really obvious that it's really different, but it's also with the living expense. It's also expensive. Like a transportation would cost you $2 for the next station. I don't know in US how much would it cost you. But regardless, I learned how to walk a lot in Japan. Not saving money, but I guess because there are places there's like this, the main street, there's gonna be like this pavement for walking, another side for bicycles. So it's good. And then for salary, of course, it's with the economic thing, and it's higher here. Mm, a couple of times higher, of course, but the rent and everything, it's also similar. That's why, when OFWs got the best thing that an overseas worker, Filipino worker, or work, would look for when they go to another country, if there is free, a place to stay. I heard it once from someone that as long as a Filipino has a place to stay, goods, even the salary is not that big, they're okay. They can save. I don't know if they can. And then savings. Yeah, I'm able to save some. And unlike in the Philippines, you will really spend it. And then the usage of bank card, like it's really important here. In the Philippines, majority of Filipinos don't have bank accounts. So if you would ask a Filipina if you want to send them money, usually you're gonna say, "Hey, can I send you through your bank account?" But mostly they would say no, and they would prefer Western Union, as because majority of us don't have bank accounts. Because banks in the Philippines wanted Filipinas to, or Filipinos to at least have 1,000 to 2,000 maintaining balance. And then for opportunities, I've always talked about this. I guess maybe because I'm in the city, but opportunities wise, compared to the Philippines, in the Philippines I have limited opportunities to express myself more, like in YouTube. Um, if I'm not mistaken, unless you have, you know, you need a bank account to have a YouTube, to be a YouTube partner, and then sometimes they would only want the ones in first world countries. And then for Amazon, of course, we don't have Amazon. I wasn't able to write anything, to be honest. When I was teaching, I don't handle grammar, so. But here, I discovered a lot of things. I even, climb mountains, enjoy fun runs like that. Opportunities wise, Japan can have with a little discrimination between me and, of course, white people. But if I'm gonna think about that, of course, I'm really gonna get angry. But usually, I just don't mind it. I'll live my life. And then for culture, the difference probably, most of them are almost the same, but Philippines really want to be westernized in a lot of reasons, from song, from music, to education, and then even gadgets. Mm. Like for example, Apple is like a status symbol in the Philippines. If you have Mac or an Apple, any Apple products, they would think you're rich. Even a Nike shoes, which is sometimes in Japan, it's on sale for, let's say, 3,000 yen. That is maybe $30 in the Philippines. That is already like a status symbol. That's why imitation is really famous in the Philippines. They really like following American, like Victoria's Secret, like that. But here in Japan, they are more on European, I guess. But nevertheless, I guess the cultural thing in Japan, it's still keeping its natural culture. And the thing that I really like is the discipline of people. You know, you won't push each other for the line. No one is cutting on your line. People are patiently waiting online. That discipline, maybe if we have that in the Philippines, it would be great, right? And safety. As for safety, I guess it was really sad that I saw, because I, even though I'm busy, I try to watch like a few minutes of news just to get updated Also, so that I can talk something about you to you guys. Well, safety reasons. Well, Japan is safe. Of course, there are still some crazy things happening, but yeah, I guess you heard about there was a woman and her 5-year-old child. Someone hit the girl with a hammer and then raped the child, then killed the child. So they both died, mother and child. And then they said he was from a Globe Services, but it was also said that he just stole the ID. It's really sad because they didn't catch him. So when it comes to safety, especially for women, it's really dangerous now in the Philippines, especially for younger women. They're prying on children. So seriously, and then these people just ran away, and yeah. And bags, I cannot put my bag on. Backpacks in the Philippines, they're worn in front, not in back, at the back. So I guess you know why. And in Japan, I can use my handbag as a handbag, unlike in the Philippines. It can run, like the Jeep motorcycle driver can just snatch it. And then my life, I guess my life here, it's okay. Exciting. I'm trying out new things. Of course, I miss my life in the Philippines, but changes happen. Plus, probably if I go to the Philippines now, I would start again, and it's also difficult. So, life is okay here. I'm adapting, but sometimes my Philippine brain is getting in my adapting brain. So, a little bit difficulty. And then house. I experienced small house in the Philippines, big house, sharing rooms with my sisters and people like my aunts, like that. But in Japan, it's really expensive. Renting places is expensive. So I guess that's it. More or less, if I'm gonna break it down, uh, I guess Philippines is beautiful naturally. Resources like that. We have beautiful beaches. It's not that cold weather wise. And yeah, I guess boiling it down, I would still love my country. But I would love to see some of the things from Japan in the Philippines. For example, uh, how they maintain quality. Like quality is very important for them. Safety, discipline of people, and of course, opportunities. I wish Philippines would have a lot of opportunities. Of course, it will take time, and maybe when that time comes, I'm already old, like a grandma. Hey, like that. What's happening to you, Mira? So yeah, I hope you guys. I don't know if it makes sense, but that's how I can compare. So